This is Ms. Parody, and in this video we're going to learn how to graph a line using the intercepts. So let's first talk about what the intercepts are. An x-intercept is the point where the line meets the x-axis. So we're always going to be looking for the point that the line touches the horizontal axis or the x-axis. It's also known as the value of x when y is equal to 0. Regardless of where the line touches the x-axis, the y-coordinate will always be equal to 0 because any point on the x-axis has a y-coordinate of 0. So in this case, the coordinates of the x-intercept are -5 and 0, so we say that the x-intercept is -5. The y-intercept, similarly, is the point where the line touches the y-axis. The y-intercept will always have an x value of 0. So in this case, the line crosses the y-axis at the point 0, 3, noting the x is 0, so we say that the y-intercept is 3. Similarly, in this example, we'll look, and the point where the line crosses the x-axis is 2, 0, so we say the x-intercept is 2, and the point where the line crosses the y-axis is 0, -2, so we say the y-intercept is -2. We're always looking for those 2 points on the x-axis where y is equal to 0 and on the y-axis where x is always equal to 0. Let's look at this example. For each linear relation, determine the x and y intercepts and then graph. So we have the equation 2x minus y is equal to 6. The first thing that we need to do is find the x-intercept. To find the x-intercept, we substitute y is equal to 0, since we know that the point where the line crosses the x-axis will have an a y-coordinate of 0. So we take our original equation, and where there was a y, we substitute 0. Simplify and get that 2x is equal to 6. And to solve for x, we divide both sides by 2 to clear this coefficient, and we get x is equal to 3. So now we can plot our x-coordinate, or our x-intercept at 3 and 0, since x is equal to 3. To find our y-intercept, similarly, we substitute x is equal to 0, because we know the line will cross the y-axis when x is equal to 0. So we substitute 0 into our equation where we had the x before. We simplify and get -y equals 6. Divide both sides by -1, and we end up with y equal to -6 when x equals 0. So this gives us the coordinates 0, -6. So we have our two intercepts, and all we need to graph a line are 2 points. So you take a ruler, join the 2 points, label it with the equation that was given to us, and there's the graph of 2x minus y equals 6. We'll do one more example. 3x minus 5y plus 15 is equal to 0. So here we have the equation of a line in standard form. In previous lessons, what we would do is rearrange this into y equals mx plus b, or slope y-intercept form. In this case, we're going to determine the x and y intercepts to graph. So first, we find the x-intercept by substituting y equals 0. So we have 3x minus 5 times 0 plus 15 is equal to 0. Simplifies to 3x plus 15. So we subtract 15 from both sides. Get that 3x is equal to -15. Divide both sides by 3, and we get that x equals -5 when y equals 0. So we have the coordinates -5, 0 as our x-intercept. Find the y-intercept, we substitute x equals 0. We have 3 times 0 minus 5y plus 15, which simplifies to -5y plus 15. So we'll subtract 15 from both sides. We have -5y equals -15, so we need to divide by -5 to solve for y. We get that y is equal to 5. So all we're doing is substituting 0 and solving for the other variable. If we plot our points, when x is equal to 0, y equals 5. We have the 2 points needed, so we take a ruler and draw our line and label it with the equation. That is how you graph a line using the intercepts.